Yo, what is up? Today we're gonna be making another little track, and today I think I want to do like kind of like an adventure theme. You know, think of like the main theme from The Legend of Zelda, like the da 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 da, something like that, where it kind of gets you hyped up, and it's like, ooh, we going on an adventure. Some shit's about to happen. So I don't know exactly where I'd even want to start here, really. Maybe some like strings. Okay. So what if we just kind of repeat that? So we have like dun 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 dun. Maybe do we layer it up with the octave? So we get like a kind of driving sort of like rhythm with some like cellos. So then what do we want to do now? Maybe like a trumpet? No, that sounds kind of shitty. Well, that's a trombone. That's not even a trumpet. Still sounds like shit. Maybe now we do a little bass. So I'm thinking the bass actually moves, and hopefully that'll kind of give a little movement to like the piece, you know? Some bassoons. Okay, we need to flesh this out a little more because it's kind of just playing the same thing. So we repeat the first part a little bit. And then we switch it up. Maybe the cello, I don't like, there's like a sound in there that I don't like, but I can't exactly explain what it is that I don't like. What if we did like, violins? So now, I don't know, do we do some percussion? It's a little, there's a little too much like fall off on it, like it's a little too reverby kind of. I don't know what would be the best way to describe that. So if we make these just a little quieter. That sounds a little better. It'll be fun for like a clock level or something, like the I don't think it's Maybe if we make it like a little bit quieter, maybe like in line with like the marching snare. I don't think that's too bad. Okay, you know what? I'm liking this. I was low-key kind of thinking about scrapping this one, but I don't know. I'm actually liking where this one is going so far. Maybe we start with just the... And then I don't even know when to introduce the lead. Yeah, I think this is good. So maybe we push these back. Then maybe we take away the lead for a minute. So it's like... So we bring it over one more time just to reiterate this lead. But then we create a new section. That sounds kind of cool. So if we go from like... Maybe we get some like brass in here now. Blue trombone, staccatos, and like sound organizer C. Probably bring it down a little bit. Throw on a little reverb. What if we bring it down? Why does this sound kind of dope? I don't know if I love that there. I like that. I like that. Maybe we get another new trumpet lead. We start. That's kind of fire. All right, let's just take a little listen to how this sounds all together so far. All right, we got the violas like that are giving the like constant rhythm. And then we also have the bass paired with that. So the bass is giving a little bit of movement. And then we have the trumpet lead come in, give a little bit of like adventure, like we got a little bit of a lead going here. So then we have the drums come in, and we have the chorus come in. This is where the adventure really starts. This is where it kicks up. So then I'm almost wondering, do we do like a little, change up the chord progression a little bit? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. C. But then maybe this one goes to E, or A. And maybe we'll bring in more strings and make like more grand chords or something. Or I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe. So now let's do the bass. Maybe we switch it up again. So we have the same kind of feel as this one, but it matches the chords a little bit better. It starts off pretty good. So wait, maybe, you know, let's just start from scratch. That don't sound too bad, I'm gonna be honest. So this whole part together. I don't know, maybe we switch up the drums a little bit. So this way, maybe we have at least a little bit more of a lead-in into the thing, or into the next section, so it's like... Yeah, then we definitely gotta switch up these drums. But maybe we have like more... So I'm almost wondering if we should like a... If that makes any sense. That sounds kind of cool. The drums have been the same the entire time. So maybe it's about time that they switch up. Something does feel like it needs to happen here, though. It feels like a little bit of a... It feels a little anticlimactic. Do some violin sustain. See, it's a little... There's a little dissonance there. I don't know if you necessarily call it dissonance, but like... It's... There's something that's not quite right, but I kind of like that. Because with this adventurous feel, with this adventurous, like, tune, you know, you get to a part where, you know, in the beginning, you feel like you're on top of the world, right? Like you're ready for this shit. You're ready to start out on your journey, and then you get to here, and it's like, oh yeah, we're him. But then, like, you get to this part, and it's a little different than you think, and like, there's a little bit of mystery. You don't know necessarily what is gonna happen. You don't necessarily know where you're going anymore. You're somewhere that you didn't think you were, or something like that. I don't know. I might be reading too much into this, but like, there's just a little unnerving presence. There's something that's not quite right, but that's what's gotta you gotta figure out what's wrong before you can save the day. Oh, I'm cooking. Ooh. And then what if we do a little breakdown, like piano section, and we bring in the lead from the beginning? Maybe we need a little bit more of like a first. We bring this down an octave. So then I'm wondering if we bring back in the drums. But like, I don't know, maybe not quite the full drums yet. Any of this other stuff. Maybe we keep the crash. Oh, it's not even in the right spot. Maybe we get the bass back in here. Oh, and then maybe we bring back in the trumpet lead on this like last one. So like, boom, and then bam. And then we go back into this section. Then maybe we do a little more piano. I haven't been explaining much. I've kind of realized I got really locked in. But let's hear this whole thing all together. That reminds me of Kirby a lot, that trumpet lead there. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we kind of want it to loop, right? I love that. I actually love that so much. I can't believe I thought about scrapping this at the beginning. That's perfect. That is like, I don't know, it's almost like, it almost gives me a mix of like Kirby, which I didn't even think about, but it, like, this lead really... That sounds really Kirby to me, which, like I said, I didn't even think about, but that, I love that. That sounds good. Obviously the drums are kind of, you know, Zelda inspired because the main theme is like... So you get that kind of like marching snare going. I mean, it's a little different, but... So yeah, I think that's about it. That's where I'm going to leave that. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you around.